Good Monday morning. Time for your next edition of Meet Your Board Monday, Gearbox Edition. I'm Aleshia Harrison, for those of you who don't know, and today we're going to talk a little bit about what I use during mounted archery. So we're going to start off. This is Samson. This has been my archery horse since I've started archery. He now has a suspensory ligament issue we are working back through. He's rehabbing at the moment, so hopefully soon he and I will be back together. Normally when he and I ride, we are Western riders. I had Dakota build us this saddle. It's my all-purpose saddle. We can rope a cow, run barrels, shoot arrows, trail ride all day long. You name it, this saddle is game for anything. I've got a lot of miles in this bad boy with him. We've tried some of the different English saddles together, but all-purposely, I just love this saddle. So when it comes to targets, I personally have the most fun with this thing. My husband throws it through the backyard. It's a great way for you to track your targets and learn, distances and speeds and that kind of stuff. Hands down, one of my favorite toys. I also personally like to shoot small. I really love a small target. I feel like if you can get really good at a small target, then by the time you get to the 80 centimeters, it's like hitting the broadside of a barn. I tend to practice small targets and then move up to the larger ones. This is one I keep in my backyard. I'm very limited at my house on where I can shoot because we do have pastures pretty much everywhere around our house. If there's not, there's a chicken running by. So my husband had to buy me a backstop so that we can shoot different places. Depending on what pasture you move everybody to, there is lots of places to shoot. You just kind of got to shuffle the animals around some. So let's talk some about bows. When I first started mounted archery, I wasn't sure what kind of bow to get into or what to buy. So I started on, I think it was on Etsy, and I found this bow for 80 bucks. It is a PVC bow. It is 30 pounds, and I shot with this bow for about a year before I changed. It's a lot longer, so you really have to be aware when you're shooting this bow where your back end is in relation to the horse. You can't be hitting him in the butt because you've overdrawn or because you've dropped your bow down. So really you want to really focus on how you're holding this bow, and I tilt it just slightly so that I don't hit him. I was very fortunate that I got really good with this bow and learned how to shoot it. And then my wonderful, amazing husband upgraded me to this beauty. It is a Nomad Warriors, and this is the laminate bow. Not only did I get the fancy one, we had it customized. It's purple on the front, black on the back. And let me tell you, this sucker right here is sharp. When I went from the PVC bow to shooting this bow, Lord, the shooting rate at this one is so much faster. All around, adore this bow. She's got a couple scratches on her because we have definitely not set it on a shelf. I have used the snot out of this bow. I use it all the time for everything. Now, I don't let people who are starting out shoot this bow because I am still a little conscious about making sure that I take care of it. But once you're an avid shooter, I will let you try this bow out because it's a whole nother step up from some of the other bows that I have tried and looked at purchasing. I did go back later to Nomad Warriors and purchase this little boy. This is the fiberglass version of the laminate bow that I have. This one's about 100 bucks, and I love this bow. If someone comes to me and wants to start mounted archery and says, where do I get a bow? What should I buy? This is where I'm going to send you. This is the bow I'm going to start you with. I wish that I had started on this bow personally because I love how it shoots. This is a good one, and this one's fun because I get to let my husband play with me too, and this is the one that he shoots with. You can't beat the overall design and how it's built, especially for the price this is. Highly recommend this bow. So thank you, Nomad Warriors. We love our gear. Moving on to arrows. I personally am a carbon fiber girl. Started out carbon fiber since the day that I started. I just love these. These are Victory V-Force arrows. They are a 500 grain shaft. They take a lick and keep on ticking. I have shot several of these in half, and I hate doing that, but they are really tough. They take a few mistakes and they're not going to just fall apart. So I have several arrows that have made it well over a year, just depending on how much they shot. I've got several arrows we have completely refletched and they're still kicking. I personally shoot field points, and then I have switched all of my nocks to the Y nocks from Nomad Warriors that they sell. I love a Y knock. I like the way the flare outs lay in your fingers. You can feel them a little better because they kind of roll over your fingertips. My second option on nocks is I do like the V's. The V's tend to click onto my string a little. They're a little narrower right at the base, so they click on the string a little more. But after playing with both, the Y's just seem to be my favorite. I am one of those people. I'm a 3-fletch girl. I know a lot of people are 4-fletch people, and that's personal preference. I have just shot since the beginning. I've been shooting with 3-fletch, and I've just gotten so used to these. That's just what I'm good with. I have some friends in my club. They have 4-fletch, and they are fun to shoot, but this is just personal preference, and I've gotten really used to my arrows. So on to gear. When it comes to quivers, I am a Steve Sally girl. I'm lucky. Steve customized this for me. Get a little closer, you can see. This is the Sally 11. It holds 11 arrows. This is a leg quiver. I've had this quiver now for well over a year. And it's been through some dirt, some sand, some sweat, some horsehair, and it still is really good. It's just now actually getting broken where it's nice and kind of soft and supple. So, oh, we made it in 2018. So I guess it's a little older than I thought. But Steve always makes high quality leather items. Several girls in my group have different Sally design quivers. The designs on top are the different, but the Sally 11 all is pretty much basic design. I'm one of the fortunate people. I have a Steve Sally bow holder for your saddle. This was made for me with our club logo on the front. I love this. It's great for field archery, cross country, because when you stop, you take a break, you're hanging out, what do you do with your bow? This is great. You just slide your bow right in and it hangs out on your saddle. I have to edit this. Just slide it right in and it hangs. I'm pretty fortunate to have one of these. It's not been used a whole lot because I don't want to mess it up, but I have used it several times. Okay, when it comes to guards, I have Steve Sally arm guard. He made it custom with our logo on the front. I probably don't need this as much as I did when I started. For the first few months as I was learning, I used to pop my arm pretty bad. I'm sure we all have had lovely bruise stories. So I got this, and over the time I have learned not to need it, but I still wear it just because I really like it. I do wear a finger glove on my left hand for arrows, for fletchings. I have had a few fletchings in my hand. It is not fun. This fancy little piece saves my hand. It's pretty worn in, and it's finally broken, so it's nice and comfortable and flexible. This came from Canyon also. Now, my right hand varies. I will go through days where I wear nothing and I just shoot naked fingers. I have days that I will shoot a full glove. My glove is a deer skin. It's nice and soft. It really conforms to your fingers. It has got the front and the back for your hand. And then there are also days that I just put tape. We have I've used everything from electrical tape to the kinetic tape. Just whatever is available, and if there's nothing, I will shoot naked fingers. It doesn't bother me unless we shoot hours on end. For competition and that kind of stuff, I do generally wear a glove just because I'm used to wearing it most of the time, and in that kind of setting, I don't want to change something so my brain thinks, oh, that feels different. I want it to be consistent every time. I also carry this fancy little box around, and we have one of the Instinctive Archery stickers on it. This has got anything you possibly could need. We have bow wax, we have extra nocks, Ys and Vs and regulars. There are broadheads in here, and just in case something comes by you really need to kill. We have extra gloves for girls, pliers, ponchos, literally kind of like an emergency box. We try to keep this with us in case somebody has an issue. We have something that can kind of fix what their problem is on hand. So this is my video. Oh, I forgot one more thing. This little piece of equipment, I paid 20 bucks on Amazon for this. Hands down, worth every penny. I love to shoot in my backyard sometimes. I try to shoot sometimes in the afternoons. And when I'm by myself, I don't always want to wear all my quiver and everything. So this lovely thing just pushes straight down in the ground, and it holds your bows, holds your arrows, everything. Our ground is kind of hard right here. It's in the driveway, so it's not going to want to go in real well. There it goes. So, but you can hang your bow on it, hang your arrows in it. I also have found that you can put your arrows in the back, and this V here in the front is great to hold your phone, lean it against your arrows, and you can video yourself shooting and then go back and watch what you might want to critique, or your form, or, oh, my elbow was way too high. Sometimes I think when we don't see ourselves, we don't realize the mistakes we are making. So I find it very helpful to video myself sometimes and then go back and watch it and then try again and see if I can improve even slightly than the video before. Because we all know that your form and your instincts are everything. Once you have that, this game, you can play and play and play. So I really hope that you all liked getting to see my gear and what I like to shoot with. So we have been challenged to call out a housing member to show me your gear. So I've decided, Deb Edwards, you down in Florida, I want to see what you're shooting with. So make your video, show me what you have. Thanks, guys.